All right, so we have a lot to cover today, and specifically, let's start with the Masters.
Holy fucking what a finish.
I'm going to let you go first, and then I'm going to tell you my story.
You know, you definitely said it early. Rory, there's a reason he was a favorite. Played unbelievable golf. I think I lost, well, I don't think, I know. I lost every single bet I made on players and finishes. And
Oh, you didn't win it? Not one?
I didn't win a single
You bet the
thing.
board and you didn't win one?
I didn't win a fucking single thing. I had a chance at the end on Sunday. I took Rose 31-1. He was down 5 shots. Took him to come back and win. Obviously, miraculously, it almost happened. They offered me a significant cash out that would have covered probably 80% of my losses. And I was like, fuck, should I take this? I'm like, and Rory had just fucked up 18. I'm like, Rose is over there practicing that tee shot. He's going to hit a good shot. He's going to hit a good approach. Rory might go in the sand. I don't fucking know. I'm not, and I don't know how to hit that cash out button anyway.
Yeah.
So,
you know what's funny is I saw him practicing too,
and
I was like, oh, fuck. And he was the only player, the only player that if they won, didn't work out for me. I bet remember I told you I like betting day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. But I saw him warming up and how dialed in he was, and I was like, oh, fuck. Here we go. Yes. And how about his second shot? His second shot was great. Unbelievable. It just happens that Rory hit a better one.
Yeah, Rory just came all the way back down. But Rory also outdrove him by, I don't even know what it was, 40, 50, 60 yards.
But his driver is just...
He hit the top of that hill, and the ball just spun all the way back, and I was like, is that really going to go to 3 feet? And fuck, it went to 3 feet.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going to miss another one. Anyway, I lost everything. You know, I ended up doing some of your top 5, top 20 finishes. I parlayed guys to finish in those places. And the one that I missed that I wish I did, because I took both of these guys very small to win. I took Bubba Watson 500-1 to win. And I took Max Homa 225-1 to win.
Max Homa played great. They both
finished in the top 20. Had I parlayed them to finish in the top 20, I would have made money for sure, but nobody thought either of them were going to make the cut.
Wow.
Anyway, I lost everything. So you tell me how you did.
Okay. So I was a loser last week. The fucking Monday just was a bloodbath. So I couldn't recover from that from the Houston, Florida game.
Yeah.
So I was in an 8-foot ditch, come Tuesday morning, but I stood by my plan. I lost money again on Wednesday. I bet some random basketball. No. Time out. I get these emails from all our competitors, and because I want to educate myself on like what they're doing for marketing. And one of them is a bunch of plays every day.
Can't miss plays.
And I'm like...
All our experts agree.
3 NHL plays, over-unders. Guess what I went?
Over 3.
0 for 3.
The experts.
So I'm like, fuck that brand. Fuck you. I'm just like, God damn it, Artie Baxter. And I was like, okay, just got to Vegas. Chill out. Max bet, Shoffley, blah, 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 all these guys. And then I'm like, oh my God, I just blacked out again. I'm like, this is a pattern. Like, this is not good. Like, I'm starting to realize a pattern. So maybe I need to redirect my morning routine and my mindfulness to like focus in on gambling, because this blackout, this is like a 19-year-old frat boy.
And remember, he's not drinking.
I'm completely sober.
He's waking up at 5 a.m. He's meditating. He's journaling. He's exercising, and he's eating healthy. And then this vice is creeping in and taking over.
And how many times have I quit gambling this year?
Well, I know over NCAA tournament, which was only 3 weekends long or whatever, I think you quit 6 times.
Okay, so I woke up yesterday. I said, you know what? I'm going to be a gambler. Changing my POV because the other shit isn't working.
I love it.
So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I hit an under last night. I hit an under the night before in basketball. I know nothing about NBA right now, by the way. Here I am fucking, again, another email unders and all these stats.
Great time to know nothing going into the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, no nothing. Just like I did in March Madness, which obviously worked out, So anyways, back to golf. I stood by my routine and I took Rory 13-1. But DeChambeau was like, I had a boner for him all week.
Well, I love his story. I mean, I don't mean to interrupt you here, and we'll get back to I just want to say, I don't know if it's him and his PR team. I mean, it is a combo of them, but he went from pretty much the most hated guy on tour to the most loved guy. I think he's fucking great for the game, and I could not stand the day he made his run. I think it was Friday. I was traveling to Vegas, and I was watching,
which we'll get to.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I was watching on my phone, and I could not believe they were not showing any of his golf. They didn't show him hit. They maybe showed 2 shots that he hit, and he's making this meteoric run. I think he was 6 or 7 under.
Yeah, one of the rappers actually tweeted about it.
Yeah.
Little Wayne or Little King
somebody,
or Wayne Yeezy, or I don't know. One of them, a famous one too, like a real famous rapper, was tweeting about it. Like, this is horseshit.
It is. It's ridiculous. I get that they don't like the live guys, but he is a massive fan favorite from everybody, whether you're a live, PGA, whatever. He does cross the whatever barrier you want to call it. People that hate the live guys still actually like Bryson. He's become a massive fan favorite. I can't believe they didn't put him on TV more. And I love that he got to be in the final pairing, so they had to show him on Sunday.
So good. I mean, his caddy had to been holding a fucking gallon of sanitizer because he was fist pumping everybody. My buddy who was at the Masters fist pumped him.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
he's great, dude. He signs balls for the kids. He high fives everybody. I love his emotion too. Just like when he makes a putt, makes a shot, he's just so fired up. That's how I feel on the golf course.
Yeah, me too. Bogey golfer think we're scratched.
Yeah, 100%.
We bet like we're scratched. So for everybody that doesn't know, I self-proclaimed, call myself the new Ryan Seacrest with all the jobs I'm hustling. So I had an open house on Sunday, and this is when you know you have a problem. I had an open house. I have the Masters in, it's Sunday.
It's actually a good touch though, because wives want to go see a fucking house. The husband's like, "Fuck that! The Masters is on. You want to go
Masters on every TV. I'm wearing green. I'm fucking in character.
It's
right?
a good touch.
But here's the issue. I probably had 15 different couples. Never met these people in my life. Come through the house, and I'm a salesman at this point, fucking politician, saying hi, kissing babies, doing the whole deal, running from here to there, selling the house. I shit you not. I had 2 follow-up showings on Monday and Tuesday, and they both asked, Artie, how was it when Rory won? Because both of them knew that I was like DeChambeau, I was Adberg, I was Connors, I was like all these golfers. I mean, that says something. Now that's the reason why I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm a gambler. Fuck it. I'm a gambler now.
You are a gambler. I mean, if you ask me, are you a gambler or not? You're a fucking gambler.
So for the record, I lost a shit ton of money last week, but I did win betting golf, and I feel great.
That's fucking amazing.
And now I'm cocky as shit too.
Did you hit some of your top 5, top 10, top 20s that you bet?
You know what? No, because I forgot to put those in.
Oh.
But I was betting matchups. I was betting every single. If DeChambeau would have won, this podcast studio would look a lot different because I fired on that son of a bitch, and I'm gonna ride him. I'm gonna ride him to the year end. So I'm gonna set it right now. This is our first episode of our podcast, Untitled. Within 2 years, we are going to have that guy on this show.
100%.
I'm going to high five him. We're probably going to all be shirtless.
I'm going to take the under.
We're probably all going to be shirtless. But we will have DeChambeau on this podcast.
Absolutely. I agree. I'll take the under on
Call it arrogant. But right back to us thinking we're scratch golfers. So the Masters, I'm flying high from it.
I'm talking about forgetting to put in bets. I put in.
Oh,
I put in.
Sorry. I know what you're about to say. Okay. Before you do it, can you give some context on what we're talking about?
Okay. So Artie and I are in this really awesome. It's kind of like a suicide pool for golf. And I don't even know how many guys are in it, but some really amazing fucking
Yeah,
people.
some celebrities,
Yeah,
like some
like-
people that know their shit.
Yeah. And we got invited into this league, and our buddy Wayne invited us in. Shout out to Wayne. And I have a side bet with Wayne every week, a significant bet. And so you set your golfers, and once you use a golfer, you can't use them again. So, and if you screw up, you get auto picked. And everybody knows you get auto picked because there's a little A next to your name. So I'm sitting in bed on Wednesday night making all my Masters bets online. I'm go to bed completely confident. I wake up in the morning and I see a text between Wayne, Artie, and myself. And Wayne says something along the lines, "Can you believe one asshole in our pool totally got set to auto pick?" And I go, "Oh, fuck. That's me." That was fucking me. I got auto picked for the fucking Masters. 3 guys. 2 of my guys didn't make the cut. 1 guy fucking made no money. I got my ass handed to me.
Oh my God. The biggest golf tournament in the world that happens once a week for 4 days, you forgot to put your plays in.
Bro, I seriously, if you could have seen me at home, I wanted to put my hand through a wall. I was so fucking disappointed in myself and angry at myself. It was.
Yeah, and Ryan's 6'5", 265. He definitely could put his hand through the wall.
It was really frustrating, guys. It was really frustrating.
Only about 355-ish days until you could redeem yourself.
To redeem myself. I'm going to start putting my plays in on Sunday after the golf matches every time now.
Fucking desert donkey.
Desert donkey.
Desert donkey. So the Masters were great. You had an epic weekend.
Oh, it was epic.
Explain. You even got the swag on right now.
I do. I got the special invite to the Aventus Cup golf tournament Caesars puts on. It was held at the Las Vegas Country Club, which I got to say I've never played before. That place is fucking awesome. So they invite, it's all the Caesars executives, and then they invite all their like biggest players. And
humble brag.
Well, listen, I might not fall into the biggest players. I'm definitely a big loser over there, but I also have a familial connection there. My godfather is Gary Carano, who they recently bought Caesars. And I actually got to play with his son Anthony, which was super fun.
Another humble brag. Tell
humble brag.
Tell them about the epic was it a foursome or 5-some? Six-some. Oh,
so wow. Listen to this. We go off. It's shotgun start, 6-man scrambles. So these scores are going to be low, right? And our squad is fucking packed. So on my team is Anthony Carano. He's a scratch golfer. One of the most beautiful. He looks like a PGA pro when he swings. He takes that like round thing some people practice on. His swing like goes all the way around and all the way through. It's just like the prettiest thing to watch. So it was Anthony, Brian Urlacher, Micah Chandy, this guy Chad, and this guy Blaine, and myself. Blaine is also a scratch golfer. Just pipes the ball right down the middle, 275, 280 yards every single time. Just unbelievable squad. And again, we're playing this great golf course. I think Caesars paid for the weather. There was the day before was 96 degrees and everybody was baking in the sun. We had cloud cover all day, a nice breeze that would, the breeze picked up. It became a 1 to 2 club wind at times, but there was cloud cover all day. It was 90 degrees. It was awesome. And like I said, we got to play Las Vegas Country Club, which is, it's a 10-minute ride from the casino. So you're not leaving 45 minutes there and back. Like, that can kind of be a vibe killer.
Oh, yeah. Or it's strategic on Caesar's part because that gives you more time at the table.
In the casino. But actually the course is unreal. And the history of that fucking course, holy shit. I mean, like the Rat Pack used to be there every fucking day. Joe DiMaggio was a member there. All the kingpins of Vegas are members there. And the course is legendary. Like, there's when you go into the clubhouse, it's the original clubhouse. They have these booklets with stories of different things that have happened there. There's a story about a member. He was a mobster, and he was causing a lot of problems. And the GM had taken it. They'd heard enough. They're like, this guy's got to fucking go. And he refused. He's like, clear out your locker. He's like, fuck off. I'm not leaving. And so they go to an old time mobster and they tell this guy the story. The next day they come in, the guy's locker's cleared out. 3 months later, the guy turns up dead in a field in Wisconsin.
Oh, wow. Wow, that took a twist.
Yeah. They have these stories.
I just got chilled.
Bro, they have
Holy
stories.
shit.
There's stories like this. There's these booklets with stories of all these different crazy stories that have happened there. In Casino, remember when the FBI plane crash lands in the water?
Yep.
So that actually really happened in 1981. FBI surveillance plane landed in that lake because I don't know if it ran out of fuel or had an emergency landing. I don't know what happened. But they have a replica on the 10th hole in the lake. They have a replica of the surveillance plane in the fucking water with a plaque telling the true story. It's pretty fucking cool.
How fascinating is that?
It's fucking, when you're there, you feel it. You can just, it's a beautiful place. It's right next to the convention center. It's right there. And I like I said, I'd never played it. I didn't even know it existed.
God, those stories.
And I lived there for 3 years.
So epic.
It's so fucking cool. So anyway, we had this amazing squad. We go out and played pretty much perfect golf. We birdied every single hole and eagled 2. So we finished 20 under. And then on top of that, we got 4 strokes. So we're 20 gross, 24 net. We're like, fuck, we're winners. And the payouts were, there was chip payouts for first, second, and third on the front 9, first, second, and third on the back 9, and then 1 through 7 overall. So we're like, we'd fucking definitely won something. We go back in to the award ceremony to start reading off the things. There was a team that shot 39 under. And I'm like doing the math in my head. I'm like, that's 2.07 per hole. 2.07. How the fuck can you get in the hole that's impossible. You're holing out. And then I found out that there was teams that were getting like 20 strokes. So they were like, whatever, 13 under, and then they got 20 strokes and got to 39. Anyway, I did leave a winner.
Yeah, I could tell you're flossing some new hardware right now.
I did leave a winner. So this tournament, most tournaments have these really cool prizes for hole-in-ones on par 3s. This tournament, they take it to a whole nother level. You don't need to make a hole-in-one. It's just the closest to the pin. So the prize is out the door. Out the fucking door. And the 4 prizes were a Breitling watch on hole 3, an Escalade on a brand new electric Escalade.
Those are sick.
It's sick. Its car is sitting right there. On hole 7, I think it was hole 13 or 14 was a Rolex, and hole 17, I believe, was a Cartier watch. And on the 3rd hole, we went off on hole 1. On the 3rd hole, I fucking hit a great shot to fucking 4 feet. And the guy comes, they had a kind of a marshal out there measuring everything, which I was glad somebody was out there to monitor this, because you never know when somebody's gonna beat you by an inch.
Totally.
So he measured mine. I hit it to 4 feet exactly. And at the time it was leading, but we were the third or fourth team to play the 3rd hole. So I was hopeful, but not like, there's a lot of golf to be played. We get to 17 and Urlacher hit a shot to probably 4 or 5 feet. And I was like, fuck, maybe he just won the watch. And we get up there and we see somebody hit it to 1 foot 7 inches. I was like, oh, my dreams were like, I'm like, I'm screwed. Somebody definitely went inside me. At the award ceremony, they start reading off all the teams. We did not win anything. We didn't win first through 3rd, front 9, back 9. Overall, first through 7, didn't win a fucking thing. Then Anthony announces the winners, and he calls my name first. And I was like, holy fuck, I fucking won.
I won my bet.
I won my fucking bet. So I go out there and they you got to sign a W-9 and all that shit. And they offer me like, do you want the watch or do you want chips? And they offered me like $11,000 in chips. I'm like, if you give me $11,000 in chips, I could turn that into $100,000, but I'll probably lose it.
Yeah, that's gone with the win.
Exactly. And so taking the watch is a much better story, and it's a story that I can always tell and kind of a golf trophy I can keep. So here's the watch.
Beautiful watch. It's got a
watch.
green bezel.
Yeah,
It's sick.
It's a sick
It's fire.
Yeah.
Two-tone. Looks good on you.
Yeah, thank you.
Breitling, I love watches. Breitling needs to make a comeback. They're starting with that watch.
Yeah, this watch is sick. I was super fired up when I saw it. I was like, okay, I think I'm happy I took the watch.
Okay, so before you went, I said that you'd be up till 5 a.m., but I should have taken the over because you didn't sleep, did you?
The first night I got some sleep. The second night went pretty fucking deep. Yeah. Went pretty fucking deep.
Shocker.
I think I went back up to my room twice and was like, I'm not done. So I went back down. I had a marker out. I was like, gonna pay this fucking thing down. I'm gonna win this back. Fucking slippery slope. Ended up actually paying 95% of my marker back. So
I thought you said you paid your full marker
I didn't.
back.
There are my
Little white lies in there, huh?
I might have taken a couple. They didn't make me pay 100%. I had enough chips to pay it back. They gave me some cash back in my pocket. I was like, I'll take a little bit of cash with me, whatever.
Yeah.
Having cash in my pocket is a good thing.
Kind of feels like you won.
Yeah, it kind of feels like
even
you won.
Even though you did it.
Exactly. So, I ended up not really sleeping that night.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour. Maybe I got about an hour of sleep.
Yeah. I'm still going to say that you probably did it. Because sleeping at 6 a.m. while you're having the swing, and you have to get back to the kids, and the Masters is on, and you want to watch, and you probably had 465 Michelob Ultras throughout the day.
Yeah. And
a little tough to sleep.
Tough to sleep. And and then my flight was fucking delayed 2 hours, and I was just like, fuck, I could still be in the casino.
Yeah. And you were really chattery. You felt like chatting a lot that day too. So I knew that you were running a little on steam there.
Yeah.
Well, successful trip.
No, it was awesome, and got to hang out with my godfather, Anthony, and Brian, and I met a lot of really great people. Super fired up. Actually, some people live here. We're going to link up with, so it's going to be. It was a very productive, fun trip.
I love it,
and I can't wait for the invite back next year.
Yeah, you're definitely getting the invite back. You'll definitely get the invite back. All right, so it's a new week. The NBA playoffs are here.
Which both of us, I got to say, I mean, I loosely follow basketball. I probably said it before and I'll say it again. I cannot stand the NBA basketball regular season with all the rest guys take, and you and I joke, but it's not a joke, about guys, what they're doing on these away game trips. They're, you're not getting the best basketball out of them because they have friends, girlfriends.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
Yeah.
But this is kind of common fucking knowledge.
They're young. We know what we were doing from 21 to, we're 45, and although we're not out till, well, I guess you were out till 5 a.m., but just know your audience, right?
Yeah. So, but I think that, and then the long season, it really diminishes the product. So I don't watch a ton of regular season basketball, but I do get very excited for the NBA playoffs. But I do think that the NBA is a place where, only certain teams have what it takes to get it done. And it's the teams that kind of have gotten it done. You don't see a lot of first time winners. And I guess more recently we have with like the Denver Nuggets, and then, the year when Milwaukee, they won, right?
Yeah. The Suns were up 2-0, and I had a 36-1 future play on the Suns from the beginning of the year.
Oh.
And I was already spending that money. So.
And they were winning that. It was game 6. They were fucking winning. It was and then their crazy comeback, right? Wasn't it game 6 that they should have won?
I don't know.
I was in Reno.
All I know is they were up 2-0 and they lost 4-2.
Yeah. And then they ended up getting killed in game 7. I remember, I was in Reno and everybody thought it was over, and then they came back, and I do remember that one.
So, playoff, who do you like? Who is your lock? Who is your sleeper?
Well, back to my point of teams that have gotten it done versus teams that have not. I mean, the Thunder are obviously the one of the best, if not the best team in the regular season this year. I don't think this is going to be the year that they win. I think that this is going to be a great year of experience for them, but I don't think they're going to get knocked out in the first round. But I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win. I don't think the Rockets are going to win. I don't think the Cavaliers are going to win.
So who do you think's going to win?
So
it'll be Boston and well, we all know the NBA wants it to be Boston and the Lakers.
100%. And the Lakers have a what I would say a pretty smooth path to get there in their part of the bracket. So I do think that you're right. I think the NBA obviously would love to see the Lakers and the Celtics. So if anybody wants to beat them, they're going to have to really beat them and not leave anything up to the officials. But I'm a huge Nuggets fan, as you know, so I would love to see the Nuggets make another run. I cannot believe they fired their head coach. This just beyond me, but maybe the change is what they needed. But I do believe, like you're saying, I think the Lakers, that addition of Luka, which I still do not fucking understand how the Lakers pull these fucking rabbits out of their fucking hat. I don't get it. I don't, how they end up with Kobe, how they end up with Shaq, how they end up with fucking Pau Gasol, how do they fucking do this? How do they get one of the best players in the NBA with a year left on his fucking contract for a guy who's been fucking hurt for the last 7 years of his career?
Street clothes Davis?
Bro, I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. And now they have a team that could win the West.
You know, it's showtime. That's
every
player wants to be there. Well, everyone wants to be around the celebrities. They have obviously marketability is massive in that market. I mean, if you go play for the Lakers, your contract is your contract, but your off the court contracts go, pew, yeah,
through the roof. So, I mean, I love the Nuggets, but I kind of see the Lakers. I would love to see the Warriors make a run. Steph Curry get one more ring on his hand. But I do think kind of the Lakers are probably the best bet there. And then in the East, the road is hard for the Celtics because they're gonna have to play probably have to play the Knicks. And I like the Knicks, man. The Knicks, they're a fun team to watch. And if they can be healthy, that'll be a pretty epic battle. The Cavaliers are amazing, but again, I just think the experience part in the NBA playoffs, it's different than regular season basketball. So I'm thinking the Celtics or the Knicks in the East, and the West. I'm going back. My Nuggets. That's definitely a
yeah.
That's definitely a biased selection.
That's some emotion right
there.
Yeah,
100%. But them and the Lakers are the two teams I like out of the West.
See, I think OKC is gonna win the NBA Finals.
You think they're gonna do what they've been doing all season?
They've only lost 14 games, and they're averaging 120 points a game, and they're holding opponents to 107 points a game, which is the best of all the playoff teams in the West.
I think their point differential at one point in the season, they had the highest point differential in the history of the NBA. At one point in the season, it may have held, but they were beating teams by more points than any team had ever done previously in the NBA.
Wow. Yeah. Right now they're at 12.9, which is,
I think
by far there's not a team that even has double digits.
Yeah, they are. If they can. Again, the game slows down and gets into the half court offense. It's not as fast. You're not scoring 140 points I'm not saying nobody's going to score 140 points in this playoff season, but you see these unders drop by 15 to 20 points for a reason. The game slows down significantly because they actually start to play defense. The regular season's turned into almost like all-star games. They just run up and down. They shoot with 8 seconds into the shot clock. They're throwing threes up. They slow it down and wait for better shots. And
they're soft.
Yeah.
NBA is soft.
It's very soft.
Yeah. They're very soft. I do like the underplays. I bet because now that I'm a gambler again, I bet 3 unders. I lost the under on Dallas and Sacramento last night, but I live bet it and I won that one. So I actually won money last night. Took the under and I took the Heat. So
The
those were
Heat
pretty
smoked them. Or at
smoked them.
one point, they were up a lot.
They were up almost 30, I think.
Yeah. They scored 44. They were like 44 to 17 in the second period. I was like,
Yeah,
that's over.
They put it on them. So I'm feeling pretty confident and feel like I've been having these visions. I've been having some crazy dreams. I had a crazy dream about you last night. We were playing roulette. I don't even like, I don't know if like someone's slipping me some psychedelics or something, because I've been having some off the fucking wall dreams. And I had a dream last night that we were on a yacht in like Thailand. It's probably from watching White Lotus. But then we were all of a sudden at a roulette table and you were down $105,000
on the roulette table.
Yeah, and all's I could think of is how Angie was gonna fucking wear you out. and then we borrowed money from somebody and they gave it to us and we put $5,000 on a number and it hit. We're back. So maybe we should go to Vegas.
Bro, I talking about roulette. We were in the high limits room, and they have a roulette table in there, and this thing is fucking lit up like EDC, like flashing lights. I'm like, holy fuck, what is happening in Vegas? It's not just a regular. It's like, I'm not joking. Like flashing lights, and like when a number hits, it's like fucking fireworks around it. I'm like, holy shit.
That was at Caesars?
Yeah, I was at Caesars. I was like, that's the EDC roulette table right there. And it had a fucking full table.
I love it. God, Vegas is not, their numbers are down a little bit, but the times that we've been there, we were there on a Tuesday after President's Weekend and it was completely fucking packed.
Right. And then when this week when I was there, it was fucking packed. Like every table was full. There was crowds around the tables. Obviously the sports book was full watching the Masters. It was busy. It was cool. It's fun to see. It's Vegas. The energy is great.
Energy is amazing.
Yeah.
Energy is amazing.
Yeah. So hang on. So you like the Thunder in the West?
I like the Thunder in the West.
Who do you like in the East?
I mean, it's hard to bet against Boston, but I feel like I'm going to go with the 2 best teams. And that is not how I bet.
I know it's not.
But this is new Artie.
This is sports betting Artie.
This is sports betting fucking make money Artie. Shit's about to change. I'm going to go OKC Cleveland in the finals. OKC wins.
Okay, and if you had to take a sleeper from each side to make the finals, who would it be?
I don't know, but I think I'm going to ride Miami a little bit. I think they may do some damage. They lost obviously their best player is gone and it doesn't make sense. So I feel like.
But there's coaching, bro. That coach
is amazing.
Everybody, so funny I remember when he was first hired, everybody thought he was just a puppet.
Yeah, pretty boy.
And a puppet. They thought he was just a puppet for, what's his name? The GM.
Pat Riley.
Yeah. And no, he's actually a fucking genius.
He's a really good coach.
He's a really good coach. Yeah, and again, because the game slows down, coaching is so fucking important. In
experience.
Yep. So I like seeing what happens with them as well.
Who are your 2 teams?
My sleeper teams?
Well, tell me who's going to be in the finals.
I mean, honestly, like it's so hard to bet against the 2 teams you're talking about. The Thunder and the Cavs had such amazing seasons. But in the past, it's been so hard for a true changing of the guard to happen. And this would be a massive changing of the guard, to not have one of these super team all-stars that have been there multiple times make it happen. So I really think Boston's going to be there. And as much as it pains me to say it, the Lakers, but would I be surprised if the Thunders and Cavs are there? No. I mean, they definitely played the best basketball this season, and it's kind of not even close. So I would love to see it. I love to see new teams win. I want to see new teams win. that excites me. I know the Cavs have won, but they haven't won without LeBron. You know, OKC is kind of the team of the future.
Mm-hmm.
If they can keep that team together, that because they have studs.
Do you know how much Shai gets paid a year?
Not enough.
36 million.
Yeah. So imagine what his next deal is going to be.
Jesus. Wow. That's depressing.
Hopefully,
million.
I know, but I mean,
how old is he? 25?
Yeah, but that's a ton of money. But these guys are every year that's why they keep doing these 2-year deals, because every 2 years the TV deals are getting upped and the salary cap's going up, so the max goes up. And if you can be a first team All NBA guy, which I think there are some stipulations to be that guy, you can't miss more than a certain number of games. But then you're able to get the super max deal, which is massive amounts of money. So stay healthy and make that first team All NBA team, and you get paid.
So when do the playoffs actually start? It's
this weekend. They start this weekend. So there's
2 more playing games, right?
On Friday.
On Friday.
Yep. And then we go right into games on Saturday. Saturday we got Pacers, Bucks, Nuggets, Clippers, Knicks, Pistons, and Lakers, Timberwolves. 4 games Saturday, 4 games Sunday.
Huh. Okay. Well, TBD.
I don't see any thing shocking in the first round. Other than the Warriors, I think the Warriors they could knock off the Rockets. Other than that, I don't think we see a massive upset.
You know, the Mavericks, I mean, that GM is holding true to his statement that the trade was actually beneficial to the Mavericks and that defense wins championships. I mean, imagine that. Imagine the story.
It's a good story.
Yeah, if they make a run
and the Lakers go out
and they go further than the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean he could go from a heel to a hero pretty quickly if that happens.
Yeah, because that GM he's not sleeping 8 hours a night. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, his rooms in the hotel is getting knocked on all night long.
Yeah, he's full of stress. He's on the Calm app, fucking listening to LeBron James or something.
Oh, I feel bad. The fans, but if I was a Mavs fan too, alone was Luka going to bring them a championship? No, but you could build around that kid and bring a championship. So that's the hard part. And, I don't know, there's also rumors and insight into, some of his work ethic, and he has to always play himself into shape in the start of the season. And it's hard to pay a guy $60 million a year when he comes into camp 20, 30 pounds overweight and is just going to play himself into shape in the first 2 months of the season.
Yeah, he's back in Yugoslavia or Serbia or Ibiza, and he's not missing the paella dishes.
And I think he likes video games a lot too. So,
really?
Yeah. So I've heard he likes a lot of video games too. So I could be wrong on that, but what it is true though. He comes into camp every year and he does not look very healthy. He does not look like a point guard.
Yeah, he has the freshman 15 on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it'll be exciting. We'll be glued to the TVs.
Yeah, I'll definitely be betting.
Yeah, no shit. All right. Well, I think that we have golf another week, which I'll be glued to. I am so addicted, to that.
It's so fun, bro.
Betting golf.
It's so fun.
Because you and I love the long shots, and you have to, to pick a winner, it's minimum 8-1, even if it's like Scheffler or somebody.
Yeah, well, last year, and I think last year was kind of like a one-off. Don't get me wrong, Scheffler, that golf he played last year was unbelievable. We haven't seen anything even close to it since since Tiger went down. But there's just so much talent, top to bottom, on the PGA Tour that betting the long shots. If you bet them, you're going to win. They're coming in all over the place. That Joe Highsmith kid who won, I can't remember what he was. He was 250-1 or something when he won.
There's hope.
I'm just saying, like these guys that they're all that talented. They're only a shot or two off of each other at the end of the year, like if their overall scores, by handicap or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
It really is just how well they're playing and if they like the course they're playing on. So betting golf is amazing, and we got in a few weeks. Shit. May 18th, we get the next major, the PGA Championship.
Where's it being played this year?
Quail Hollow, North Carolina.
Did you try to have an accent there?
It was an attempt. It was an attempt.
Okay. God, I love golf. Fuck. Speaking of golf, I've been really working on my game.
You got your new coach.
I got a new coach.
Have you seen him a second time yet?
Oh, yeah. I've seen him 3 times already.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, his best client. New swing.
You're having an affair.
I'm definitely having an affair with him. Definitely having an affair with him. He's going to change my life, and I'm going to change his life.
Oh, well, I can't wait to see it. I want to go see him, too. From what you told me, he sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to hide his number until I get to a level, then I'll start marketing for him.
I hit some fucking good shots in this tournament I played in, bro. It felt good. I was able to, because it was 6-man scramble. Listen, there's fucking a lot of testosterone in my group, fucking a lot. And, so we had a rhythm going. So we kept the order, but I told the guys, I'm like, I've got to hit before Brian and Anthony, because when I see them swing, I'm going to swing like Scotty Scheffler. My feet are going to I'm going to do a fucking cartwheel.
Gonna do a backflip.
Yeah. I'm going to come out of my shoes. So we had a good thing going. I actually piped probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 of my drives. I think we used 1 or 2 of them that were like out there farther than the other.
Did you use driver?
No, I hit driver.
You hit driver.
There was no reason. These guys. So first of all, Chad would put one out there and he kept it in play every time. Then Blaine, he was scratch. He didn't hit it 360, but he hit it right down the middle. I don't know, 265, 280, but he's a good golfer. He's a scratch golfer. Then me or Mike would go, and then those guys, Anthony and Brian, could just completely let go. And bro, they fucking smash the ball. It's just like, and not, they don't just like hit it straight. They're like, oh, we got to bend this one this way. There's got to bend. I'm like, you tell me to bend it one way. If it goes that way, I got lucky. I'm just trying to hit it between the trees and not go in that bunker and not hit the house three blocks in.
When they're going, should I cut it or should I draw it? You're like, fuck, I'm out of my league. I just want to hit it.
I just want to keep it in. I just want to be able to find the ball. And I was actually riding with Brian, and he hates to lose golf balls. And I didn't lose a ball until the 18th hole. I hit one in the water on our approach shot on the par 5. But I didn't lose a ball. We found every one of them, so that's a good sign. When I was hitting my driver, I was hitting my driver all day. I never took the 19 degree out of the bag. So
that's a win.
Yeah.
Well, the golf stories will continue. The betting will continue. We really appreciate everybody watching us talk about how big of degenerates we are. We would love some support on a name of our podcast.
Yeah. What does anybody like of? We got desert donkeys and Zins and Wins.
Zins and Wins.
Zins and Wins is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's fun because I plan on zinning for the rest of my life.
Me too. Shout out to fucking Zach Martin and Cutter Dykstra.
Yeah, we got a whole fucking duffel bag full of friends that love the Zins.
Bro, those things, they're like PEDs on the golf course though. Like when I'm playing golf, throw one in, throw another one in, all of a sudden I'm like, that ball looks like a basketball. I'm like, I can hit this shot.
Yeah, and I watched something on Instagram that it's biohacking, so it's actually good for you.
It gets you like focus. It gives you a burst of focused mind focus. Mind focus.
Wow, Ryan and his
attempts at accents. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We can do a whole show on that.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's it for episode 1. It was a privilege listening to your stories.
Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace out.